Welcome to War Games. We will get you ready for your next sales opportunity. Are you looking to win the sales battle? You have joined the right team. Here on the War Games Group, we take the strategies and mindsets from the most successful salespeople and share it with you. With our help, you won't have to fail your way to the top. When it comes to crossing the minefield of sales, step in the footprints of those that crossed before you. Prepare yourself for boot camp and beyond. It's time for War Games to begin.
Shall we play a game?
Woo! Hello, everybody. Let me go ahead and get in some VIPs up on the screen. Of course, we got Jaime. We've got the lovely Mrs. Ingram. We got Subtle Skills. I know Amy Lee is out driving today. She already messaged, said she'll be watching on Facebook. Okay, Jeff Celentano is going to be our guest today, everybody. And I'm keeping him in the green room right now because it's driving him crazy because we're talking about him and he can't do anything. But Jeff Celentano is the founder of True Artist 360. What he does is he helps people to find their space in the digital world. And what he does is he helps people that are creative get to the point of making their creativity a business. And so what I did was I asked Jeff, could he come on and share with us what he does and what he puts together so that people of any profession could actually benefit from it. And so right now, this is Jeff Celentano for everybody that's here. I'm going to pull him over to the big side now. So Jeff Celentano is here with us. Jeff, welcome to War Games.
Thank you. It's an honor.
All of the people here are excited because I put out that really cool video earlier and it was like, woo, look at that, right?
I loved it. My wife thought it was cool. That's awesome.
Fantastic. Look, we got Larry Schneider in the house, Joe and crew. Gabe is over on YouTube. He's checking it out. Scott Ricard, thanks for joining us. Charles Coachman, War Games Group. I am the leader of the party people. Charles is the leader of the unparty people. So between the two of us, we can cover everybody that's on there. So what I want to do is, Jeff, you tell us, do you want them to throw questions at you as they go through if they have them? Do you want to hold them till the end? What is it that would make you more comfortable?
I am a big fan of keeping it interactive and, the conversation going. So, yeah, we can kind of do the questions as we go along. Sure. Absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, great. So everybody knows they can do this. Oh, look, Jason West made it. Hey. So, but fantastic. So what I asked Jeff to do is I said, look, we don't have to go all PowerPoint and throw everything into everybody at one time, right? What we want to do is we want to actually try to make it as interactive as possible. And we want to say, Jeff, if you were talking to somebody, what would they need to do to be successful in business? And that's where Jeff said, I can help with that one. And so that's fantastic. So Jeff, I would like to throw it your direction. Talk to us about how do we own our own space in the digital world? How do we make our passion into something profitable, right? And what tools can we use to make that happen?
Absolutely. Well, again, thanks for having me on, Joe. And I do see some familiar faces, obviously, Brian and Jaime. We kind of all go back, to the...
It's a good cover because if you said my wife's face was familiar, it could get into like a fight or something. But we'll leave it that way. But
no, she's totally cool too. Hey, but no, that is kind of a big question. How do you take what you love to do and turn it into an actual business, for the most part online, which is where everything's happening at the moment. Honestly, I always tell people it's never been a better time. A little bit about my background. I actually come from the music and entertainment industry, and where traditionally you had just a couple of ways to monetize what you do. You could either, have some sort of a hit song somewhere and generate, royalties. You can sell product like, albums and music and all that, or you can go out and play live, or you can sell merch, t-shirts and hats and that kind of thing. And you can still do all of those things, but there are so many other ways to monetize that one industry, just that one vertical, you can monetize in so many different ways. So I originally started out learning all of this online stuff because I was using these tools to promote what I was doing on the music and performing side. And then afterwards, I discovered that there were a bunch of other business owners, entrepreneurs, small business owners who also could benefit not only from the tools that I was using, but just the whole methodology and getting their businesses online. At the time, it was around 2006 or so. So people weren't as hip to the online world as they are now, obviously out of necessity. But yeah, so initially I started working with not only performers and entertainers on my end, but also people in like the network marketing space, which of course, branched out into health and wellness, which, then it just kind of snowballs into working with realtors. And I'm working with a mental health expert, working with travel agencies, working with the celebrities, TV people, again, music industry people. So I have had a broad experience working in different industries and kind of looking at all of these different industries from a different perspective and trying to um, discover some perhaps sometimes non-traditional ways of monetizing what it is they do, especially if you're talking about again, performers and entertainers in that space, but even in other verticals like real estate and industries that are traditionally done offline, like car sales and real estate, and a lot of times financial planning and things of that nature. Moving all of that to the online world, and the importance of building a brand, like actually branding yourself as opposed to the company that you work for. Like for years when I was a kid, my dad was with Prudential, and so he was the Prudential guy until he branched out on his own and became his own thing. So, which of course led to much more success. And that was at a time that was in like the 80s and 90s when none of this technology existed. But nowadays we literally have like this amazing technology to be anywhere and everywhere at all times, 24/7 in the palm of our hand. So just utilizing stuff like that. I love seeing people's eyes light up when you explain what's possible, and how it's not really as complicated as the gurus would make it out to be. Stop me if you've heard any of this before, by all means, if anybody has any questions.
You should say the word funnel 27 times during this conversation, because that's what all the gurus do. And so
and remember,
one of the things,
you're only one funnel away, as they
one
say.
funnel away. You're going to be
From
right there. one funnel program away from bankruptcy. Yes. So one of the things I say is that we have to create an environment, right, to funnel people into, right? Yes. And Luigi did want to say hello.
Hey, Luigi.
Luigi is out there in the world,
hey,
but
man.
Luigi hasn't gone to StreamYard.com to actually tell everybody that it's okay to use his name, but he did say, "What's up, Jeff?" Okay.
Well,
and then
what's up?
John Watkins is out there too. He hasn't done the same thing yet.
Only one away.
but he does like John does like the funnel cake that comes up.
Well, hey,
but
everybody loves a good funnel cake.
So in creating this ecosystem online, in creating, everybody can say, I can go put out a post, and then everybody can say, man, I hope it goes viral. Right. And so if it went viral, that'd be great. But how do you monetize on something going viral?
Yes, right? Absolutely. It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. I was actually working with one of our music clients a few weeks ago who did have a viral hit. This song that he wrote for his kid. It got like 4 million views. It was ridiculous. And he wasn't monetizing any of that traffic. So I always say you never want to build your house on rented land, and if you have something that's a post or a video or something that for lack of a better term goes viral, that's great, but at some point you're going to have to move them off of that platform to something that you own, to a space that you actually can control. I see that a lot. People, they spend so much time and a lot of times money and energy building up YouTube channels and Facebook followings and all this. And I mean, God, just the other day, I had a friend of mine who makes about 60% of his income off of YouTube. And for no reason at all, they banned his YouTube channel. Now, the good news with him is they turned it back on, but for a couple days, the guy didn't know what he was going to do. I mean, everything he had was on, and this was actually a seasoned digital marketer who actually knows how to take people off platform. But still, when you're generating leads and you're driving people to an online platform like Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or any of the other ones, at some point you're going to want to get those people onto your own list and own that data, just in case. I mean, look, I always tell people, look at all of the people that built their brands on MySpace. I mean, and now
Well,
where
being a TikTok model myself, I know, as well as Instagram. I had to go to TikTok for my dance moves just because Instagram shut down that one day. And it was like, now if I can't put Instagram model on my profile, right, what am I left with?
Instagram can only handle too much sexy. That's the problem.
That's true. It's true. I'll shut it right down. V-neck trousers, we're done. We're done.
You trip the algorithm. Something happened.
Yeah, it's always that way.
But it's funny. I will bring this back a little bit to another sector that I worked with a lot in the early days, was network marketers, because that's a great example of somebody who, you're really passionate about the company and the product, and they always go out there and say, be a product of the product, and and you're signed up for that thing, and that's great. And of course you want to be enthusiastic about what you do, and you want to have a sincere, you want to sell something you believe in. I get it, but at the same time, there's also hundreds of thousands of people out there, at least tens of thousands, doing the exact same thing, sharing the exact same presentation, leading people to the exact same replicated company website, leading people, you know what I mean? So you're basically, you're a commission salesperson at that point, which there's nothing wrong with, but you're competing with all of those people. So do something to make you stand out. One of the things I did in my network marketing days was, once I was introduced to a lot of these concepts, this kind of self-branding, personal branding concepts back then, was I would monetize the people that said no to my opportunity, and I would still make money, because even if they weren't interested in the product or service that I was representing at the time, because I positioned myself as a network marketing trainer who had other programs and courses and books and all of that for that segment of people. So they would buy into my training and essentially buy into me well before they ever knew what company I worked with at the time. So that's the power of personal branding, is that you can not only control your list and control the data, but you can also control the products that you sell and represent. And to where, especially like if you're in network marketing, that company just becomes one part of a portfolio of things that you can offer. And you've essentially built yourself into the brand where people are following you. And if the company you're with shuts down, or the the particular social media platform that you're hot on shuts down or bans you for some reason, you have a list of people who will, theoretically follow you wherever you go. So that's the power of building a brand. But to do that, obviously, especially online, there are technical considerations. There are tools that you need to get the job done. So I spent a good deal of my time, seeking out and then reselling a lot of these tools. It's just like the old story about who made more money during the gold rush, the prospectors or the people selling the picks and shovels. Well, at that time, I got pretty good at selling picks and shovels, and I think that it's wise for, it's wise for some people, depending on the segment you're in, to do the same.
I agree. And everybody on this knows my answer is multiple streams of income. Go affiliate in every situation you can, right? I don't even send out an Amazon link unless it's my affiliate link, right? 4% is 4%. And the answer is that if somebody asks you, how do I get this? Then you should be compensated by sending them to that. But again, it takes forethought. And so along those lines, as you were pointing out, what is it? What's the tool you found? What is it that you said, other than you need to talk to Jeff Celentano because he can, make a jingle and sing it for you? because he's talented that way, right? What else can we do? What can the people on here? So we got automotive salespeople. I've got insurance people on here. I've got people that, own their own business as a side hustle. I have, Jaime, who has 14 different businesses that he does, right? And we're not even joking about that. We got, Kagan water people. We got everybody you can possibly think about, and John Watkins watching. Yep. So what is it that we could use and say, this is something I would recommend using? How difficult is it to use it? Sure. Right? Because what I think you and I talked earlier today, and I said, one of the biggest things people have a problem with is that I can conceptually understand something, but it doesn't mean I act on it. And so if I'm not acting on it, then there's going to be an issue with it. Kimberly has joined us on the stage as well. So, but my statement is, again, what I like people to do, and there was somebody in my office today, a strategist guy, sat down. He goes, I watched the videos you put out. Everything you give people gives them the ability to walk away and implement that. Where so many people think that it's so high level of a conversation. My answer is, what can I do? Right? What tool can I buy that is easy to use? What website can I go create that would actually get me something, right? Let's not even talk about SEO. And I used to work for an SEO company, right?
Sure.
All of these things, will blow the average person's mind when it comes to a business. And we go, look, I'm really good at sales training. How do I make that profitable? How do I put it out on the web? How do I do things so that it makes sense, that I can capture people's information?
Yes.
Stuff like that.
You have asked no small question.
Of course not. Of course not. This is war games. This is all about strategy, baby. This is all about how do we win sales.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so the answer to that is, regardless of the industry, again, like I said, I do have, a bit of experience working in different areas. It's ultimately does come down to branding yourself and building a list, and branding yourself on a piece of property, a website, obviously online, that you own, that, and then everything else can be built on top of that. Like, I mean, for example, in your case, Joe, you're the sales genius, right? I mean, if you did represent a company, if you were in network marketing or whatever, or regardless of whatever you do, I wouldn't know that. All I would really know is that Joe Ingram is the sales genius. And so
that's because it's behind me.
Well, that does,
and help. That gives it away. Like Kimberly taught me that. If you look at Kimberly, right, she lives in a shrine right there of all the things she's written. It's impressive.
And right? You know what? That there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I think
Jaime makes brick walls. That's clearly that's why he's got that.
3D brick walls.
No yes, less. Exactly. Okay, so I wrote down branding myself and a list.
Yes, absolutely. Right? So in order to do that, you're obviously it's like all of the content you put out on social media is great, but like I said, you want to get them off of social media. So generally, everybody's used to seeing the ads on their Facebook news feed that, it's some sort of a thing, catchy video or infographic or whatever, and then it goes to sign up here, get my free thing here, whatever. That's what they're doing. They're enticing you to get off of Facebook and go to whatever their free offer is in exchange for your information. So that's a basic list building. So what you need for that are very simple little websites, capture pages they're called. And then you want to be able to drive people, obviously, some sort of an email program or SMS or however you want to follow up with these people, and, do it hopefully in a way that you can automate it to where it's, you don't have to necessarily manually be following up with people all of the time. So in order to do that, there are several tools that you need. You need websites, you need email service programs, email marketing programs. In many cases, you need streaming programs like this. You need, webinar programs. If you're selling your knowledge, if you're an expert in the expert industry, at some point you might want to develop a course. So you're going to need those tools. You're going to need to, obviously, there's just so many pieces to the puzzle. And so one of the tools that I was selling back in the day was they called it like an all-in-one marketing system, but it really wasn't. And I always thought it'd be really great to have something that had website builders, funnel builders, email marketing, live streaming presentations, course building, all that stuff under one roof. So I wouldn't have to pay for all of these services, because especially nowadays, what I would love to see is an entrepreneur in every home. So in order to do that, you have to keep not only the technical barrier, but the cost barrier as low as possible. I think, I got nothing against.
I prefer the cost barrier as low as possible.
Yes,
that's me.
yes, and
Yes.
and most people do. I got nothing against high ticket, and by all means, sell something high ticket whenever you can. But
with my affiliate link, everybody, if you're going to sell something high ticket, use my affiliate link. Yes,
absolutely, man. But in many cases, I believe some of these platforms, especially some of the more popular platforms, well-known platforms, tend to be a little expensive, especially for people who are just starting out. They're just trying to figure all of this stuff out. And I love the concept of funnels and upsells and all of that. And there's clearly a time and a place for all of that. But I also believe that if somebody's just getting started in the entrepreneurial space, they need the tools, they need the training, and you really shouldn't gouge them too much, for that. So having said all that, if you'd like, I'd be more than happy to show you some of the tools that I use and some of the use cases.
Please, Kimberly's going to lose her mind in a second, because she has less patience than myself or Netta. Gotcha. And so you show me stuff, but Charles Coachman does love all the Beatles stuff behind you.
Oh, absolutely.
Proving that you're the rocker. Yes.
Thank you. Well, it's Beatles and Beach Boys. I've got some Beatles stuff, and then on the other side, I got all my Beach Boys memorabilia too. So there you have it. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's make some money. Come on.
Let's make some money. They sure did. All right. So I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Share screen. Here we go. And Microsoft Edge tab. Oh, okay. Your entire screen. Share audio, I guess. Sure. Okay. All right. So you can see my screen, correct?
We're there. We can see Johnny Richardson.
Johnny Richardson,
the shark from Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Johnny Richardson is a dear friend of ours, and I'm fortunate to say he's a client of mine. This is just an example of something he's done. He has a course that he sells. He trains real estate agents to get as good and as cool as he is. And so, so we made this sales page for his course. This is just one example of the kind of things that you can do with a site like this. This is just a basic sales page. Now he is building a list. I exited out. Actually, when you go to his
notice
website,
that you exit out.
Yes. I know. But the magic happens when I exit out. So the way we're building a list for him, one of the ways we're building a list for him is that, after a couple seconds, a little pop-up comes up, and it gives them, he'll get the name and email address in exchange for like a free PDF or whatever. Here we go. Free copy, 4 essential questions to turn showings into closings. Here you go. And that's how he's building his list. And then after that, we have a sequence of emails that upsells on his course, and all this is happening, behind the scenes.
Kimberly, I'll help you with this.
Yeah.
There we go.
So that's one example. Another example, here's my mental health coach that I work with, Michelle. She is, right at this point, she's just looking for corporate clients. So she has a program that she works with the companies on making sure their employees don't go crazy, essentially. So this is just her little funnel to get people in. Here's take my 3-minute assessment thing and get your complimentary whatever PDF or quiz. So that's, whatever you can think of that serves your particular niche that you think would be valuable. Here's our Spice networking group. Again, this is another site that we built on the platform that I use. And the big reveal, the platform I use is called Builderall. Builderall 360 is the URL if you're interested in taking a look at it. But hold
on, everybody. I have it. Look at that. Look at that. Scrolling across the bottom. Joe's prepared. Joe's prepared, learning this whole StreamYard thing.
Love it. So for this is an all-in-one software. You can build your website, you can build your funnels, you can do all of your unlimited email marketing, membership sites, e-commerce. You can have so you don't have to spend money on Shopify, e-learning systems. So you can build out all your online courses. It's got a full CRM, chatbot, site bots. You can run your own affiliate program. What else? You can do auctions. There's a magazine builder. You can make, there's a Instagram video wrapper, chat builder. It's just so many tools that even I, after using this platform for almost 4 years now, haven't some of the tools I haven't even cracked open. Essentially, if you can build a site and a funnel, collect email addresses, and follow up with them, you're farther ahead than most. But yeah, so usually the tools that do this, things like ClickFunnels and Kartra and Kajabi and all of these other platforms, they tend to be anywhere between $100 to several $100 a month. This platform right now, we whittled it down to $69.90 a month for everything.
So all of the stuff that's there, I'm just trying to be clear because it is smaller than we would all like it to be just because of the way we share pictures. But over on Facebook, it's much larger and we can read it. But
sure.
So it lists like 30 things or 25 something things right there. So all of those things itself.
40. Yeah, here we go. Here's a few more. Yeah, there's over 40. And again, I have personally not mastered all of these tools by any means, but we're building out sites and funnels for myself and our clients. Like, here's my
Jaime's smirking. I think Jaime knows more than what he's leading into.
Jaime, actually, I'll let the cat out of the bag. Jaime is a proud user as well, who's managed to find all kinds of creative ways to
okay, so I'm a business owner. It costs me $70 a month. I get access to 40 different tools.
Yeah.
Here's my obvious question for me.
Sure.
Okay. How much time am I going to have to invest into this, and how difficult is it? Right? Because that to me, it's like another thing to go learn. Right.
Yes. So here we are.
I like $70 a month. I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely. I'll give you a sneak peek.
But
here's the sneak peek into the little back office. So here's how the dashboard is set up. My website builder, custom email, my email autoresponder, video funnel builders, CRM, all this stuff, all this crazy stuff, right? Honestly, like I said, there's 40 tools. Just try mastering one of them. And you'll also notice that under each of these tools, knowledge base, training, all in training in different verticals.
So we don't have to call you. All right. That makes everybody else watching feel a little better.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, God forbid. Yeah. Like, for example, digital marketing for network marketing, MLM, local business, physical products, product launch, information products, all this stuff. And so not only do they show you how to use the software, but they show you, they teach you like the fundamentals of online marketing. So you're getting all of the training and all of the tools for next to nothing.
So I'm gonna ask one of those questions too that comes up. So everybody else who's on the stage, feel free to ask a question out there in Facebook land. You could too. So when it says Cheetah website builder, so I'm gonna go in there. I assume we've got templates, right? Because this is my first time seeing it too.
Yes, there are tons of templates.
Okay, so then I can go click and grab the templates and build something out, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Now, my question to you is, where is it hosted? Where does it go from there?
Do I need to self-hosted? So you don't need. So you're paying for the tools, and it's already all self-hosted. So you don't have to.
So it's already there. I can buy a URL and point it where it's at, and it'll be live on the website.
Yep.
Jaime agrees with you. I feel better already.
Yep. You can even buy a domain. You can even buy a domain from inside of the platform itself, and that even makes it even twice as fast because it's all just hooks up and integrated automatically. Yep.
Jaime, go for it.
If you buy your website through their domain, make sure you pay the insurance, or you're going to get 10 calls a day from somebody from India.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You want to put in there the private. Yes. When I buy from GoDaddy, it's the same thing. You buy a URL, you say, no, I need privacy protection. Otherwise, they go nuts. Luckily, my app for robo blockers gets most of them, but occasionally they do get through.
So just to answer your question here, just to give you a quick demo. Oh, shoot. Hold on. We'll go back into the site builder. And if I was just going to start a site from scratch, and again, there's tons of training and tutorials and The community's fantastic. I mean, if you have a question, then you just log into any number of the Facebook groups and somebody will be there. And there's always support 24/7 that hangs out right down here if you need to reach out to anybody. But yes, if I want to make a new site, here we go. Professional templates, smart templates, already with tags and stuff. Let's see. There's all kinds of advanced features, but again, keep it really simple. I can start a blank template, or I've got all these different automotive funnel pages, cosmetic, landing page, stop smoking, calendar pages, dark theme, pink theme, all the pub and restaurant.
I'm selfish. What about automotive pages?
Yeah, let's check out. I haven't even looked at these. Let's see. Let's check these out.
I'm just saying this, to me, that sounds like anybody who's in automotive sales would be able to say, hey, look, this one's already going to direct people my way.
There you go. Yeah. Here's some examples here while we're waiting for the previews to load. Yeah, all kinds of, the builder all wrapped. Look at that. Yeah, you can switch out videos. You got, just all these basic templates. These sites don't necessarily have to be beautiful. They can be very simple. In fact, most of these capture pages that most people submit their name and email address to are pretty simple.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can have car webinar registrations. Let's see, what does this one look like?
So my next question for everybody out there. So Matthew said he does love the Builderall platform.
Mm.
My question is, how many different websites can I launch from within it?
So if you're on the $69, the $70 plan, you have 15 domains. So 15 like regular yourname.com, whatever, and unlimited subdomains. So for example, if you had salesgenius.com, then that would be one of your 15 domains, but then you can have as many, like wargames.salesgenius.com, joe.salesgenius.com. You can have as many of those as you can possibly think of.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, and you can build unlimited sites and, as many as you want. I think ClickFunnels tops out at nine domains, or like 9 domains, I think. And you're paying $300 a month for that, which is crazy. Yeah. I mean, it's a great platform. They built a great community, but come on, like $300, really? Anyway,
right.
I'll stop sharing.
That's awesome. We just totally went into that was showing you the matrix from behind. Yes. Now we know what it looks like. Okay. So anybody on the stage, do we have questions? Because I know Charles said, can you link these pages to existing sites? And you have to say yes, because John Watkins answered it already for you.
Oh, but, what do you mean? What do you mean link the pages to domains? Like I can forward any page to any domain. Like if you already have a domain in GoDaddy, I can you can totally do that. You can't transfer, you can't build a site on Wix and transfer it over because they're two totally different platforms. You'd have to rebuild it. But rebuild it
within the Builderall program. Okay.
But what you can do though is one of the tools is WordPress integration. So if you have a site that you've already built on WordPress, you can just use Builderall as the host, essentially, get rid of Bluehost or whatever you might be using, and then take advantage of all of these other tools that are in the tool set. So there's your e-learning and your calendar, so you can get rid of Calendly, webinar builder, SMS text, Instagram autoresponder.
Let's make sure I understand it, because I'm the guy who's going to ask all the questions anyway. Sure. But so I'm going to go out, I'm going to say, hey, I have my business, small business, medium business, whatever business you have. I want to go out and I want to put it on the web. So I'm getting Builderall. I'm going to go over to it. I'm going to click on that little website thing, make something easy.
Yep.
Right. But again, as you had stated before, and I've gone through the Spice Mastermind, and no, it was not Spice Girls, Charles, like you asked before.
Or the Spice Channel.
Yes, totally different ones. But when you look at that, what I look and say, yes, I need to get everybody off of social media and get an email address.
Yes.
So, but I will tell you myself, I have a program that helps me to build little funnel pages. Right. I have a different program that helps me to make websites. Yep. I have a different one that has my CRM stuff in it. Yep. Right. And all of these are monthly bills I pay every month.
Yep. And
to do that.
And you got to remember the logins if for some reason,
Yes. And mine are all stolen anyway, because Chrome gets, some issue and they steal it. And they go, you have compromised passwords because Target. My guy didn't buy anything on Target. But when you look at this and I say, hey, what I need to do is I need to build something and I need to keep it. I do like simplicity. Let's be real. That's who I am.
Sure.
Okay. So $70 a month gets me 15 websites. So I can get
15
my
domains,
15 domains,
yeah,
unlimited sites within the domain. And that's it. Okay. Perfect. I like that one. So we can have I can go in right now and get anything visgnostic.com. That's what I'm going to do right now. And I can only just sell it back to Kimberly if she wants it. But so again, I'm just trying to clarify in my head so I know what we're talking about. I can go in, create the pages that are little grabber pages. So I can say, hey, do you want to get my PDF for, the 12 reasons bacon's better than broccoli kind of deal? And then somebody's going to give me their name and email address. And then I'm going to and it's going to drop it into the CRM because the CRM piece is already part of it. I'm not paying $70 a month and then go, and if you want the CRM, you got to add more money.
No.
Okay. Because I know that's what we were all thinking right now. We were all like, then there's a bump.
Yeah. No bumps. No. In fact, they grandfather you in. So like if they ever do raise the price, where you sign up at is where you stay. And I'm be embarrassed to tell you, I've been with them since 2017. So I'm getting a great deal.
That's awesome.
Software right now. And
Right.
Yeah, it was like $30 back when I signed up. Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I'm telling people about it, because I've seen the prices go up. Now they've built the value up. Now I will say when it was 30, it was worth every bit of the $30. So, I mean, so the price has gone up along with the quality, I will say. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I signed up under Jeff when it was like $30 and I never used it. I never used it because I go, well, it's something I got to learn. And it was $30, so then I was just goofing off one day. I was bored and I was going through YouTube and Builderall came up on the 4.0 and I started watching it and I go, it does what now? And I watched the owner go over it. But yeah, I thought you were on it because you could build a magazine. Now the reason I like one of the ones I has a Instagram autoresponder, so you can auto-respond to anybody since you're on Clubhouse and people are going to your Instagram. You can automatically put that Instagram autoresponder on and it'll answer anybody that's liking you or following you now.
Yeah,
and that explains it.
There's so many things on there, the funnel builder and, what else the other stuff, the video wrappers where you put I never knew how to do that, but there's a guy selling them a lifetime for $97. It's on here. You don't even need that. E-learning and email responders. It's all there, dude. It's all there.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and it's funny. And I know it sounds like a huge platform, and it is. So you just take one tool at a time, and the training in the community is great because the nice thing about it is that the platform is still relatively new enough that I have a direct line with the CEO. I mean, everybody does. Eric Salgado's dude from Brazil. Like they started the company there and brought it over here. And everybody's cool. Everybody's great. Like if you really need some help with something and he's the only guy that can do, I mean, they'll jump in. So like I've gotten to really know a lot of the leadership throughout the last year or so. And a lot of the head trainers and the coders, all the people behind the scenes. It's just a great group of people. And like I've said, I've been stuck on something plenty of times. And again, there's tons of tutorials and I always go to them first. And I always hit up support. But if I'm stuck and I got to hit like I post in the Facebook group and somebody will always be there to help me solve it and get something. So, I mean, I really appreciate the community part of it. I love the fact that the tools are so robust and affordable. And I think that it puts it within reach for anybody who wants to learn how this online, game is played, and have the tool, and just not have to worry about, oh my God, I got to pay one more bill or I got to worry about one more login. And I can still learn how this game is played while at the same time learning the tools and putting it together. It's not something you're going to master in a month. It's not something you're going to, you're not just going to sign up and be a millionaire. Although they do have a great, affiliate program and they do have all of these other funnels and pre-made stuff that you can do to promote and all that. So they kind of help you make some money out of the gate if you want. But
so I'm going to read this one off from Charles. He says he's not tetchy Okay, he said techie at all, right? Do you have someone I can contact and discuss the options, what I might be able to use for real estate sales and help me set it up? Or do I just dive in the community and hope for the best? And he's not techie.
Yeah,
He's not lying to you there. He is the
I would
unparty
say,
people.
I would
So
say yes to all of that. But I do have people that I work with. I actually found a great VA because again, I'm not well versed in all the tools, and I'm certainly not a graphic designer or a web designer. So it does help. I mean, yeah, you can probably find somebody on Fiverr. There's tons of people if you type in Builderall. There's people who do come up. Obviously, dealing with
so it's like what's the CRM Salesforce?
Salesforce,
Right?
yeah.
Salesforce is an open platform. You can buy it, but then you can go find somebody else who will totally customize it and build it the way you want, and it has nothing to do with Salesforce.
Yeah,
okay.
And one of the tools in the platform is called VA Access, Virtual Assistant Access, to where you can make a specific key, just like a special password just for that virtual assistant, and you can assign what tools they have access to. So it's like, okay, I'm only going to let you have access to the site builder, but you don't have access to my email program, or you only have access to the email but not the SMS platform, or you can say, hey, you got access to all of it. So that's helpful too. There's also an agency builder. You can actually start your own little agency inside of your account. So I mean, it's pretty.
Jaime did that. Look at his grin.
I think, yeah, Jaime.
I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid $400 for like 10 shortened web address. Customized it for them. Charge them $20 a month. They don't pay me. I lock it down. They pay me. I turn it back on.
Mm-hmm.
It pays for itself. $400.
Yeah.
And they're just friends that don't know, that aren't techie, that wanted. I want to custom.
Charles, Jaime, meet Charles. There you go. We've got a match made in heaven right there. Yeah.
It's just a great opportunity to utilize these tools, learn about them, jump into the world of digital marketing without spending hundreds, tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars like you will with some of the other programs. Let's be honest. I mean, you're just one funnel away, as they say. And it just kind of bugs me the way that community has gotten so huge, but at the same time, it's like, my God, they're really.
But it's got so huge, and there's not a lot of people making a ton of money. That's my issue. Is that you get it and you go, okay, great, but then once you go inside of it, let's just say somebody named Russell, okay, and you bought his course, and then you go in and you go, okay, I got this piece of it. I start going through, and the next thing you know, it's you can buy this piece, which is actually what you need to get this first piece to work better. Yeah. And then you buy the second bump, and then you go to the third bump, and you're like, okay, so now all I'm doing is proving their funnels work for them by spending money in their funnels.
Oh, absolutely.
Doesn't make me $1. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. If you start at like at the very top of one of their free plus shipping book funnels, if you were to buy everything until the very end, I think Expert Secrets or Online Secrets or one of those free books, you'll spend $1 million, because at the end it's like, we'll do everything for you and work with our team for 2 years. It's $1 million, and it's just this ridiculous thing. So, and that's great, and I'm sure they get some people that can and do that sometimes, but look, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to know, like I said, you want to have the tools, you want to have the education, you want to dive into the community, and just kind of, if you want to really immerse yourself and learn all of this stuff and dive in, it's there. If you just want to have the tool and pay for it and have somebody else build it, you can do that too. So I do kind of in between.
Charles is smart enough to know some things. Yes. He's not techie, but he picks up on people.
Well, I just like to sell things. Sorry.
You need those soft skills, that's for sure.
You've been in war games a while, Jaime. You know how to sell. Plus, the closer school that you went through.
Oh,
so,
let me tell you.
Look at that co-branding. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Does anybody have any questions on the oh, what does it do? What can I do?
For all those people that are going, and as soon as Jeff Celentano gets off this thing, we'll never see him again. There's the link right there. jeffcelentano.club, and it'll take you to his page that's over there.
He actually answers his phone if you call him every now and then.
There's a nice little add to contacts on there, because I clicked it and threw it in there, because now I have a picture of him in my Outlook contacts. But yeah, and it all works on his page, but it will take him over there. So if I say share the screen, this is what it looks like over here. There's little Jeff Celentano's page. You can tell I watched the video.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Because it's already at the end right there.
What's he singing?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell from that video.
I think it's a lullaby to me. That he loves to do those.
Well, I like to go in those clubhouse rooms, those lullaby clubhouse rooms, you know.
Exactly.
You guys ever been in those? Those are kind of weird. Have you been?
Yeah,
in those?
they're very weird, and so. But I will tell you that if you wait till the end of the night, go like about 11 p.m. Scroll to the very bottom, scroll to the very, and say explore more. Oh, you'll find stuff out there. Yeah, you don't want to. I've learned more about aliens on my walk around the park.
Oh, okay. You hop in those rooms too?
I hop into the alien rooms all the time.
I'm from Roswell. I should be throwing one of them.
You should.
Yeah. But all I do is I go, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh, that must have been an alien talking." Yes. So I only speak alien.
I started a club, but I haven't done my first inaugural, shall we call it, maiden voyage yet, which is apropos. Hi.
That's David Walk. He wanted to say hi.
Hey, David Walk, how you doing, man? What's up?
So
yes, that little URL there, that is the kind of like my version of a link tree. But if you want to check out the platform, it's Builderall 360. Or trueartist360.com is actually to answer an earlier question. Yes, those are the people that could build it out for you. That's my agency. So that's what we do. We get a lot of people who buy the platform who are in whatever industry they're in, and then they just need somebody to help build it out. So we'll build it out for them, we'll strategize with them and all that. So absolutely. So that's really, I mean, I guess you could say that's my upsell. Is that, but by all means, check out the platform. You don't need me to build it for you. You can certainly learn how to.
Well, you can jump in, give yourself 30 days to screw it up, and then afterwards, then go to True Artist 360 and go, Jeff, help. And then Jeff says, yes, I can. And then Jaime goes, for 10% less, I could help you. Then whatever, just send me Jeff's bill, and I'll deduct 10% right off the top.
Or what we could do is we could build those sites and then make those affiliateable, and then put them in. Jaime, you can sell them too. So yeah, I mean, there's all.
Yeah.
Again, when you have
and
those,
Jeff will still get paid because I'm under Jeff.
Absolutely.
Affiliate marketing stackable. I love it.
Gotta love that.
So I'm an affiliate from Jeff. So yeah.
I love
Fantastic.
it. Yeah. Sometimes I'll see a little $9 come through. Hey, there must be somebody on my second tier. Beautiful. That's lovely. So yeah, it's great. But again, and you, like I said, if you're paying $70 and you're an affiliate, you're getting 30% or something of that every month. So it doesn't take you very long, even just referring a few people, and all of your tools are paid for. So in that case, because I'm sure you probably know other people that are going to need the same tools. So get them paid for, and then next thing you know, you're all learning and building and making money together. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna go buy Builderall Genius right now, so I can go.
You should.
So I can go give that out as my affiliate link. But thank you very much, Jeff Celentano, for enlightening us to another tool that we can use. This added to the rest of everything we get on War Games. Just adds to the value to say, look, there's ways to make money without breaking the bank as an entrepreneur. And Absolutely. So that's my goal, is to make sure we can actually, go break a bank. Or as Kimberly said earlier, the bankers really enjoy having money to count. If they don't have money to count, your banker's just really angry at you. And I found that out, too often. So I want you guys to know that. But I thank everybody for spending their time with us. Jeff Celentano, thank you very much.
Thank you,
I will tell you all, like I do every week, go out and sell something. Thanks, everybody.
Love it.